Alright, so once again, sorry to disappoint, no conspiracy theory. I ended up just doing a speech about my entire life. So obviously, most of you probably remember me as the one that had long hair and was kind of antisocial. I mean, then again, I'm not really social as it is. But 3 years later, here I am, doing a speech before I graduate into real life. Facts about me is, most people that I know probably know me as like a very shy person, and I wouldn't like start a conversation would have to be like brought up, and then I'd have to be engaged. But with my whole entire life, and still up to this point now, I suffer from severe social anxiety, which kind of has made school, for me, rough, because making new friends wasn't easy. Doing this now isn't easy, just standing in front of everybody I know and may not know. My favorite things I like to do, on my spare time, I either like to play games with my friends, pick up instruments like piano, clarinet, bass clarinet, and then most recently, I started getting back into guitar because my grandfather that passed away about a couple years ago, he was a real big guitar artist, and my dad plays guitar, so it's kind of like an inspiration. I also like to listen to music, which most of the time, if anybody sees me in school, I probably have these around my head and have them in my ears because it kind of helps me calm down and just take a step back and go forward throughout the day. I also like to draw and figure out how to get like new steps to make myself better with drawing. Some people have seen my drawings. I don't think they're good, but others think they're good, I guess, only because they struggle with it themselves. But I want to say artists will always be harder on themselves than anybody else will. Some of the people I like to listen to would be Eminem, Logic, and then those are just two solo artists. And then I have two bands that are actually completely different from them, which are Grace and Korn. Problem with that is I could never really settle down on a specific genre of music, so I listen to like country, not all the time, but like Johnny Cash and all that. Rock, which would be 3 Days Grace and Korn. Eminem and Logic, which you could say is rap or pop, either one you wouldn't say. And that's kind of who I am. I could never settle on a genre. I had to listen to all of it because, in my opinion, it's all interesting. Things I will miss. The things I'll miss the most will be meeting with friends here daily and just sitting there talking. I'll miss band class, considering I've been in band class since 5th grade, and it's kind of been like a big part of my life because I love music. Then again, I'll also miss sitting there and just having the random talks at lunch about like, just someone will start a conversation about something, and sometimes we'll get into an argument, other times we'll just go to a full-blown discussion will last a couple weeks, couple days, couple months. And the climax. For my climax, I would like to be remembered for the time that I actually enjoyed coming to school. Because if I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really like school, and the only thing that kind of kept me going to school was everybody that I knew and formed like a close bond with. And they were kind of the inspiration for me to going to school, because to be honest with you, like I said, it's not my favorite thing. Plus, my parents would kill me if I didn't go to school anyway, so that's about it.